Welcome to Huddle Adventures. I am Eddie. Laura is not here right now. Today is Thursday, February 9th, 2022. I have breaking cruise news from Carnival today. But before I get to the news, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to our channel, turn the bell on so you don't miss anything, and give us a like, guys. Those things help our channel grow. We're here for you. We are all things cruising. Okay, yesterday, Carnival modified their COVID-19 protocols on their website. They added a new section. This section is called Documentation of Recovery. This new change to protocol will essentially allow a person that is unvaccinated and untested to get on a Carnival cruise ship. It sounds crazy, right? Well, let me read this to you, and I'm going to read it to you exactly as they have it on their website. So this isn't being paraphrased, this isn't me summarizing anything, you're getting the facts directly, word for word. So here we go. In this section, it's a blue section, highlighted blue section, called Documentation Recovery. It says the following: yes, in parentheses, fully vaccinated or not, who have fully recovered from COVID-19 within 3 months of their sailing date, do not need the required pre-cruise COVID test before embarkation if they are at least 10 days past their COVID-19 infection, have no symptoms, and present documentation of recovery from COVID-19 from their healthcare provider. Documentation of recovery. What is that? Well, for those of you guys that don't know, at the top of the Carnival website, every page on their website, there's a hyperlink in blue at the very top, and it's called Have Fun, Be Safe Health Protocols. And if you click on this link, it takes you to a section of the website dedicated to nothing but the COVID-19 protocols. Carnival constantly changes, modifies, so you got to check them all the time. And this is how they define documentation recovery on their website. Documentation recovery is 1. Paper or electronic copies of the positive viral test from a certified laboratory dated no more than 90 days ago. Okay, so if you claim you've had COVID within the last 90 days, you're going to have proof, documentation that you had a laboratory test performed, not an over-the-counter one you bought at your local Walgreens or CVS or Walmart. There's going to have to be a proctored exam or one given to you by a professional, pharmacy or doctor's office, that type of thing. So I will repeat it. Paper or electronic copies of the positive viral test from a certified laboratory dated no more than 90 days ago. And there will be no flexibility at 90 days. They hold these timetables really tight. So if you're 91 days away, don't even try playing games with the guys because it's not going to work. And you also need 2, a signed letter on official letterhead that contains the name, address, and phone number of a licensed health provider or public health official stating that the individual has been cleared to end isolation, is at least 10 days past their positive test result date, and can travel. The letter should also include the date of the positive test and patient identifiers such as name and date of birth that match the passport or other travel documents. Okay, so the letter has to have your full legal name on it. It has to match what is on your passport or your birth certificate, your state ID, whatever you're using, whatever form of documentation you're using for identifying yourself. It needs to match. It has to be exact. Can't be nicknames. It has to be the same name, right? And your date of birth has to be correct. Okay. Guests who present these documents will need to go through secondary screening at the terminal, and boarding will be approved at the medical staff's discretion. So once you get there and you present your documentation of recovery, you have your copy of your COVID test with the date on it that shows that you had tested positive for COVID within 90 days of your sailing date. It has been 10 days or more since you have been stated that you have recovered, and you have this letter is outlined. They're still going to review all this stuff. So my guess is they want to make sure that these documents are legitimate, people aren't faking documents, and everything is, on the level. So If guests are not able to obtain documentation recovery that fulfill the above requirements, they will need to take the required COVID-19 test and show a negative result. So if you can't meet these requirements, guys, just plan on getting the COVID test 2 days prior. If you're unvaccinated, you're not going to get to, you're going to have to be vaccinated, fully vaccinated 14 days prior to sailing your second vaccine. So just know, that's the way it looks like it's going to play out. I just wanted to make sure you guys are aware that this is big news. It really is. And just for example, if I was unvaccinated and I had COVID 8 weeks ago and I am fully recovered now, and when I was diagnosed with COVID, I had a laboratory test performed, and it can be any kind of laboratory test as long as it's official, right? And I have documentation showing that I had this test done and I was positive, and I am cleared by my medical provider or a public health official with this written letter on letterhead and everything. If I can meet all these requirements, I can board that ship and not have any vaccine and not need a test. So that's what I was referring to in the very beginning. So this is, we're seeing changes, guys. Norwegian no longer requiring masks. They're recommending you wear masks, but they're not requiring them anymore. Now Carnival is making it so that people that have got COVID within the last 90 days can still sail. And what I believe is happening, again, this is my opinion, is you can test positive for COVID for weeks and weeks after recovering. So, you can be fully recovered, have antibodies, be fully vaccinated and everything, and still test positive. This allows people like that to continue to cruise. Again, as long as everything's documented. You have to have a paper trail and all has to be official. So I keep stressing that because there's going to be people that are going to show up at the terminal and they're going to say, I took a home test. I don't have, a laboratory test. I don't have proof that I took a certified laboratory test, and they're not going to meet these requirements, and they're going to be denied to sail. So just be very careful. Follow all these rules to the letter, guys. And again, it's a have fun, be safe, health protocols at the top of every Carnival website page. It's right at the very top, guys. And that's it. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate you being here, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.